Yeah, today is May 25th, 2015. I'm a very tired Uncle W. Welcome to Detroit, Michigan. All right, let's go ahead and get all this stuff out the way. First is this, okay, because it's nice. Second is this, because it's nice too. Third is this, which may not be too terribly obvious, but Wolfman open comb RWR H2 handle with one of these in it. This is a CBS branded Israeli personna, because you can't check blades on a plane. So, welcome to Detroit, Michigan. Today is the second day of the festival. Actually, it feels like the third day for me. And you can hear that my voice is pretty well gone. It's been a rough one so far, folks. Feeling every day of my age this weekend. Oh man. So this year's festival actually seems to be a little bit, it appears that it's a little bit less organized or something than festivals past. There's been lots of reports of people not being able to get in and blah, 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 blah. Lots of butt hurt. Lots of butt hurt being reported / shared on the Paxahau Facebook page. Paxahau is the organizer of the festival. But I've really not had any trouble this year. It appears that the main reason that people are having such a hard time this year is with the procedure. As you can see, I'm wearing, this is the wristband for the festival this year. They're doing it a little bit different. These ones actually have like an RFID chip, which, not really the world's biggest fan of RFID chips, but whatever. It's not like I really have anything to hide. And I know that's not really the way you should look at it, but whatever. There's far worse things in this world, and I'd rather spend my energy being concerned with those things rather than something like this. As you can see, I don't have a bowl, and this is actually something I've been doing a lot of late. And this brush, this Polo 10, actually it's been climbing its way in the rankings over the past couple weeks because I have been foregoing the bowl. I don't see why people think that this thing isn't a good skin latherer, because it's pretty perfect for me for that purpose. I'm a little scared of this blade, to be honest. It's been a while since I've used one of these Israeli personas. Anyway, so yeah, it appears that people are having a really hard time with the check-in process because, you know, once you bought the ticket, you could choose to pick up your wristband via will call, or you could have it sent to you via mail, which is what I generally do. I really like having hard copy tickets because I'm just sentimental like that, and I like holding on to that sort of thing. I have all my wristbands from years past. But it appears that people are having a hard time, or excuse me, whoever the service is, and I forgot what the name of the company was, that is providing this service for Paxahau, you know, the wristbands and all that, is having a bit of a time getting people on the grounds in a timely fashion. But I didn't really run into that problem. given that I was there as early as I was in line to get my wristband as early as possible on Saturday, which was like 11:30. I was in line pretty much at 11:40 or so. Me and a couple friends. So aside from what looked like a daunting line, that actually ended up moving pretty quickly once it started, we didn't have any problems whatsoever getting into Hart Plaza. So, with that out of the way, the festival runs from noon to midnight every day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And yesterday was the first day in a long, long time that I spent the whole day at the festival. The older I get, the more time I spend in the hotel resting up. That's just kind of how it works. But not yesterday. I actually spent most of my time just hanging out in the old folks section, aka VIP, which let's go ahead and talk about that for a bit. This VIP for movement, or the DEMF as I like to call it, is absolutely worth it. VIP is only like 200 something bucks for the entire weekend, but it gives you a couple of bars that you know, not everybody has access to. It gives you nice little areas to chill. It also gives you access to way better bathrooms than the general admission ones. They're actually ventilated and air conditioned. They're wonderful bathrooms. They're incredible, and they're worth the extra price. They're worth the added expense. Anyway, also there's a nice little set of speakers that Paxahow points to the VIP section. The VIP section is behind the main stage, so you get a nice little uncrowded experience listening to whoever's playing at the main stage, and that's always nice, you know. The main stage, big names play there, although the people that I'm generally the people that I'm generally here to catch aren't the big names. Well, as far as current tastes are concerned, at least. I'm here to catch, you know, the Detroit guys. Speaking of which, Detroit is humming right along, boy. I was here last in August, and there's a lot of new things open. I've seen like 4 new restaurants that are open. The progress on the rail line going down Woodward Avenue it's actually pretty slow, but Woodward Avenue actually is still usable, which I didn't think it was. So that's good. That traffic isn't being diverted somewhere else, because that could be a bit of a pain. So look, we got here Friday, and you know, every year I always make it a point. There's a sports bar called Bookies, and that's where I always go Friday night. And Bookies is 3 levels high, with the music getting progressively heavier with each level that you go up. And even though there's only 3 floors, one of them actually has 2 areas. There's an inside area and an outside area, like a patio sort of thing, rooftop I should say. And the rooftop is where it goes down. There's very, very hard music that's being played there. And it's always such a great time. It's very crowded. The crowd there, they had a choice to go anywhere else, but they go to Bookies, because Bookies is kind of what's up. So yeah, saw some people that I hadn't seen since last DEMF Friday. Said hello to them. It was nice to see them as always, even though I don't even know their names. But it was good to see them. And then we went to a place called TV Lounge. They always have pretty decent events there this weekend. This year, a couple of Belfast kids, Northern Ireland, called Bicep, and they're very, very good. They were playing, but the problem there is that, and they were playing outside, and they had a monstrous PA out there. I had subwoofers up to my eyeballs, actually a little bit higher than my eye. I had subwoofers. had an entire stack of speakers to jack, and you better know that I took advantage of it. It was lots of fun. This blade is a little... This is not really the sharpest blade in the world, but it's a little neutered in this razor. Anyway, so yeah, the problem with bicep playing is that they were preceded immediately by a girl called the Black Madonna, and before her was a guy called Derek Plasleco that was playing. Now, Derek Plasleco has been around for quite some time. Very accomplished DJ, very good DJ at that. So he was playing, and after him was the Black Madonna, a girl named Maria. And, you know, at the time, I'm sitting here looking at the lineup, and I was like, wait a minute, who's this Black Madonna character that's playing after Derek Plasleco and immediately before Bicep? So it turns out that it was a girl that I've actually heard a few times before. She used to play under the name Lady Foursquare, but now she goes under the name the Black Madonna. She ripped it. She ruined it. That was one of the most fun DJ sets I've ever experienced in my life. She ripped it. She played so many good things that I hadn't heard in so long, not the least of which was I Can't Get No Sleep. Excuse me. By a couple guys called Masters at Work, a couple New York house guys, Puerto Rican, legends they are. They actually played at the festival a couple years ago. They ruined it, go figure. So yeah, she played a lot of really good stuff. And she was playing all those good things like back to 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 back. Not to back like the soap, but back to back. She was ripping it. And I thing about house, excuse me, thing about house or techno, house and techno, is that I really get into it, you know? I love that stuff. If your music doesn't make you kind of like lose your mind, that kind of sucks. That's unfortunate for you, you know? Because everybody needs to have something that makes them just go, you know what I mean? So, because she was ripping and playing all this good stuff and all the things that I hadn't heard in years that I liked so much, I was giving my vocal approval, which means I was yelling and getting, I'm a one-man party. So, that's where my voice is going. Was Friday night. So, I've been suffering, poor me. I've been suffering through yesterday and today with this ridiculous pubescent voice. So, that was Friday. And then yesterday was one of the best opening days at the festival I've ever been a part of. I honestly, without being able to look at the schedule yesterday, I'm not able to tell you who I saw because there was just a lot going on yesterday. So there was a lot going on yesterday. Big highlight, I've talked to you guys before about a guy called Robert Hood. Robert Hood did not disappoint. I got myself really good here. I hit myself with the razor on my actual, like the lip meat of my lip. Robert Hood ripped it, man. Now here's the thing about Robert Hood. He's actually a minister. In addition to being like a producer and all that. So a lot of times he'll play very like churchy sorts of things because he writes those churchy sorts of things. And I like that stuff a lot. This is drying out. I'm still not really all that good at like skin lathering. So my water levels can be a little all over the place. Now, after Robert Hood played at the Made in Detroit stage, and I don't remember who played before Robert Hood, but it was somebody that I was hype about. Stacy Pullen played, because for some reason Paul Wolford didn't. But Stacy Pullen, I liked what he played this year. He played techno rather than house, which, you know, you don't really know what you're going to get when you see Stacy Pullen's name on the bill. He plays both, but he kind of tends to stick to one or the other. And this year, he played some techno, and it was good. It was really good, actually. I wish I could remember who else I saw yesterday. I was really into pretty much everything I heard yesterday. It was just too much, and I can't remember who I saw. But, today actually is a very easy day for me. There aren't a bunch of people that I want to catch. And quite frankly, I don't have to be at Hart Plaza until about 9. At which point, Marcel Detman and Ben Clark are going to be playing, and that's going to be a bloodbath. Those dudes play very, very hard music. And all the sound systems this year have been upgraded. The sound has been punishing at every stage that I've paid attention to, so much so that I actually have earplugs this year, which I generally don't do, and I know that's bad. But I had to do it this year. There's just too much. This is such a good brush, you guys. It's not the cheapest brush in the world, but, and I kind of, this is a Polo 10 in Super. I wanted to get a Polo 12 in Super, but for the difference in price versus only 1 millimeter wider knot, just really, I couldn't justify it. But it's good, it's really good. This particular one has a pretty high glue bump. And when I got it, I talked to Mark Watterson from Simpsons, and he said that it's really not out of the ordinary. So I personally don't like it, but it really isn't affecting the performance of the brush too much. So I'm keeping it after initially wanting to get rid of it, but I'll hold on to it. Because again, the shape is great. Pretty much done here. That was very fast. As always, the ride situation here is a trip. This morning, tomorrow, Snoop Dogg is actually closing out the main stage of the festival. He plays records these days under the name DJ Snoopadelic. I don't know what he plays, but I think it's kind of weird that he does that. But anyway, he's going to be closing it out. So, taxi driver from this morning asked us if we were here for the festival. We said yes. Tech Fest, which is what the locals call it. So he asked if he were here for Tech Fest. He said yes. Well, we said yes. He asked if he minded. If he played anything. If he played something, and we was like, of course not, dude. So this dude started playing some Snoop Dogg. It was hilarious. As always, cab fares for this weekend are designed to help no one but the cab drivers. You rarely get the same fare twice. We're going to the same destination from the same origination spot. It's what it is. Who cares? But I just find it funny. Today's aftershave. We're gonna go with a little bit of kyovu. This is the Seville original kyovu. It's been a while since I've used this. This is the first time I've used this little travel buddy because I have a full bottle. So tired, you guys. I'm so beat down. And guys, if you don't have a Wolfman razor, and you can get a Wolfman razor, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get on the waiting list for one because they're phenomenal razors. And you can even get in contact with James, the guy that makes them, and talk to him about like blade gap and blade exposure and all that good stuff, and get a custom built razor, which is crazy. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. I'm so very tired. My feet are killing me, my knees hurt, my back hurts, my shoulders are rinsed. But it's the best weekend of my life every single time. Hope you guys have a good day. Hope you've been having a good weekend. Hope you have a good Memorial Day if you are in the States. I'll probably see you next week. Peace, everybody. Bye-bye.